Hello, everyone. Shay's Creations here again. And you haven't seen me, I don't know how long. And today is not going to be a good day. I just want you to know. I've decided to put up this video because I haven't been making videos for a while. This world is going through a whole lot. But as a single person dealing with depression, I'm dealing with my own stuff. But it is like y'all already know me. I always have to look at the freaking time. I don't know what it is about time and me. Anyway, it's 1:03 a.m. I'm gonna be up all night. I woke up at 9:30. I slept all day yesterday. Yesterday was a really hard day for me, but it was productive. I had a health provider come into my home to have me fill out some paperwork and things, and he asked if there was anything that I could use some help with, and I said yes. I would like someone to help me assist myself with suicide. And I'm going to tell you, as hard as it is for me to explain to you how I feel, if you respect a person's honesty, then you have no choice but to respect the fact that I am being as transparent as I can. And I am dealing with unmedicated depression. I have bipolar disorder and I'm well managed with my medicine. I do take my medicine. I have all kind of crap and I'm tired. I'm absolutely tired. I'm tired of people trying to tell me how to fix what no one can fix. I'm tired of hearing the stigma against people who don't want anything out of life when I've been trying everything I can. I had the hardest conversation with my daughter about an hour ago, and I told her that I have been fighting for a long time, but I don't think I can fight any longer. Now, this video is not a video to let you know how I feel, and then when I cut the camera off, I'm going to hurt myself. I struggled all of yesterday not to harm myself, even when I had a medical person in my home. But I told him I'm absolutely tired. I basically cut myself off from the world just to survive. Just to survive. I have the sweetest man in my life. When I tell you sweet, kind, gentle, all of that, but I don't want to leave my front door with that man. I don't want to go anywhere with that man. I don't want anyone to see me with that man. You know, when people see you with someone, they want that person. Sometimes people are so undesirable until they're with someone. Well, this person is of the world. He has been more than desirable to a lot of people. But I just need to keep my peace to myself. I've learned a long time ago, you can tell your best friend something. That doesn't mean that that person is your best friend. You might be their friend, but they may not be yours. And I don't know how many times a person has been backstabbed before they realize that you have to make some changes within yourself to prevent some things from happening to you. Well, he's going to get tired at some point. He's going to walk away. I already made up my mind that when he wants to walk away, I'm going to let him walk away. I'm not going to fight. I'm not doing any of that. And to make it even better for me, he's going to get this video. And I hope that he knows that I absolutely love him with every fiber of my being. But I have to live my life according to what makes me survive. And I'm tired. I'm absolutely tired. I have tried to work from home because there's nobody going to hire me. I can't be nowhere where the cell phones are dinging. I can't be around telephones ringing. I can't be where doorbells are ringing. If you knew the amount of things that I'm absolutely afraid of, that do no harm to anyone, the only thing you would say is she's crazy. And you have no idea how painful that is to hear. I literally have exposed myself to tell people some of the things that make me fearful, and they laughed. And it's not funny. It's not funny, but I'm going to tell you something that I don't think I've ever told anyone. And it's hard because as I'm thinking of saying it, I may not say it because I'm tired. And when I say I'm tired, I'm tired. I can't even hold a conversation and stay on task. My mind flips from one thing to another. And I see people's face when I'm in that state. And then I try to shut up. And then I get to the point where people think that I'm not listening. At that point, all I am doing is listening. And I'm fighting in my mind with the voices telling me not to speak, just to listen. But there are times that I can't say anything because just because I feel one way doesn't mean the other person feels the same way. I'm sitting here and all I could think of tonight is the fact that I am a single woman. I live alone. I could have man after man after man after man in here. I could lay on my back. I could open my ears. I could open my mouth. I could open up every hole in my body. And I could pay all my damn bills. But that's not the kind of money I want. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And that is the only way I'm going to make money because I can't make it any other way. I got to the event 6:30 in the morning. I put my table out. My table was nice. I did not sell one greeting card. I paid $30 for the table and I came home with $21. Now, if I was to say, okay, how much did I spend for whatever I put on the table to sell to get that 21, then I made nothing at the table. I absolutely made nothing at the table. I came home, I took a picture of my little bit of earnings and I sent it to my boyfriend. He was so proud of me. I was so proud of myself because I actually went. When I struggle to leave this house, it seems as if it's easy because people get dressed and people go outside. But I struggle leaving my home, and I've been that way all my life. I don't even know how I made it this far because going outside is a struggle for me. Sometimes I go outside and I don't leave the car. But no one can understand how it feels to live that way unless you absolutely live that way. And I'm tired. I'm absolutely tired. I want to go somewhere and I want to live a normal life, but I can't. I have so many fears and I'm sick and tired of hearing people say that is what your mind is telling you. It is exactly what my mind is telling me. But I cannot outrun what my mind is telling me. And I am sick and I am tired. And there is no magic pill that's going to help me. None whatsoever. If you knew how hot I am right now after taking my bipolar medicine, which causes hot flashes, I had to stop taking my depression medicine just to get a relief from them hot flashes. And now I can't function. And I am still freaking proud of myself. I sold 2 books. And I got an update yesterday stating that I'm getting a residual check or whatever the case may be. I think the check is $1, but I don't care if the check is $1. I earned it on my own with my own merits, and that's all I want to do. I want to be a productive part of society. I want to be a productive citizen in society. That's all I've ever wanted. How do you become a productive citizen in society when everything you try to do the right way gets you nothing? Gets you absolutely nothing. And every single time I try, I get knocked back down. Just this evening, just this now it's 1:13 in the morning, so when I say this evening, it was before midnight. I saw a phone call on my phone, so I returned the call. The person wanted to spend the night at my house. You have no idea how much that would have meant to me to have company. I would welcome the company because I need to be around other humans, and I know it. But the reason why I can't is because when I have company, I am not seen as a person as I want to be seen. I'm seen for however I may look, whatever I may be, a female, and what I might have to offer. I'm tired. I'm tired of that. I don't want to be around people unless they are legit understanding what a friend is. Now, I'm the type of person that believe friends don't have sex. So if I say this person is my friend, I'm not sleeping with this person. Because when you're sleeping with someone, that's not your friend. Now, I already admitted I'm different from most people. So you're not going to see me introduce you to someone and say, this is my friend. And then when the lights are out, I'm bent over backwards. I'm not, because that is my friend. But you can't be around people now because their friends have these magical relationships, and you can't mix sex and call somebody your friend. I don't care what anyone says, and I'm of mind to believe what I believe for myself because it's the truth. I don't want any friends in here trying to get in my mattress. If you're my friend and you're trying to sleep with me, then we are not going to be socializing in my home. And then I feel bad because I do have friends, and they are male friends because I don't have female friends. I've tried that already. I've tried it already. One friend had me in the store trying to shoplift, and she actually was doing it, tried to put me involved in it. That's not my friend. And I don't want anyone around me trying to get me to do things that's unethical because I got to go to sleep with myself at night, and I can't already fight the demons in my head. I can't be laying down at night thinking about that Tootsie Roll I just stole out the store. I can't do stuff like that. I'm not doing it. And I don't want to be pushed into something that I don't want to do because I want a friend. I don't need no fucking friends. That's not friendship. That's not friendship. So I don't have none. And then I had another friend I was trying to be friends with, and then she turned around and meeting men and giving out her number and asking for money and stuff like that. I can't have friends like that. I can't have friends like that. And I'm not knocking nobody for doing what they choose to do. You do whatever you gotta do. But I'm trying to be the person that's not judging other people. And I'm finding it hard because I can't find nobody to be around. I recently met someone at the Dollar Tree, and she and I had been in the Dollar Tree on more than one occasion. So this one day, we were talking, and she was doing an event, and I was doing an event, so she wanted some paper towel, and I said, well, I have a lot of that because you not know me, I use washables. So I told her she could come by my house, and I brought her here, and I took her home. But when she came inside here, she was like, oh, can I get one of your pens? I'm going to take it to the event and get some orders. She left here with a pen. She left here with probably one of my books. She left here with a pillow. Baby, when I say she left here with 6 rolls of toilet paper, she had, I think, 2 garbage bags when she left here. I never heard from her after that. I felt a certain type of way because of how she got it. She got it on a lie. Now, you wanted the pen, you got the pen. You wanted the pillow, you got the pillow. Fine and dandy. It bothered me. It bothered me how she got it. But let me tell you something about me that most of you who know me know that I am a giver. I am a giver because it's who I am. But I noticed that I gravitate to takers. which means a person can take and take and take and take and take from you and act like they're oblivious to the fact that you have basically been scraping your way through this world. You may now. I'm not gonna lie. I have some. I review for Wayfair. I review for Walmart. I review for another location in Canada. So I do get my hands on things. But when people have access to things, they have access to earnings and all kind of things. If you understand what I'm saying. Not saying that's my outlet, but what I'm saying to you is I have learned a very hard lesson in life, and it is the fact that I gradually attract abusers. And when I say abusers, I mean all types of people. You could just abuse someone with their time. With their time. Now, I was told a while ago that I wasn't sleeping yesterday. So the only thing I said is, are you accusing me of being a liar? No. So then refresh what you said. Let's make some sense out of this. I went to sleep right after the medical provider left. So I was asleep all the way till my phone rang at 9 something and woke me up. So if you call and I say I was sleeping, I didn't get your call, and then you say you weren't asleep, to me that's calling me a liar. But I legit was asleep. But when people have the tendency of saying, oh, I was sleeping, I wasn't home, I wasn't near my phone, I wasn't this, I wasn't that, because they're constantly lying. Now, this person is not an abusive liar, so I'm not speaking of the person, I'm just saying in general. You can be around a person and tell that their cell phone is always within arm's reach, which means if your call is ignored, if you're texting and you're getting left on red, you understand the dynamics of the situation. It's either they're ignoring you, they don't want to be bothered, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not that person. My phone is legit not in this room that I'm in. My volume is down, which means if you call my phone, if I don't hear it vibrate on that kitchen counter, I don't know you called. If I give out my number, I give out my home number. And most everyone is blocked on my home number. So when my phone rings, 9 times out of 10, it's a spammer or legit maybe 3 people that's calling me. If you call my home and you continuously let my phone ring and let my phone ring and let my phone ring, I don't say anything anymore. I just block you. It's what I have to do for me. But I don't actually want to be dealing with any of these things any longer. I worked so hard on my YouTube channel and I felt so discouraged. I felt like I failed. It is a hard pill to swallow to feel like a failure. It is a very hard pill to swallow to feel like a failure. I actually got to the point where I realized that my support team was so small, and I realized that I have to rely on myself in a lot of ways that most people don't. I realized that when I'm sick, I'm alone. If I can't get to that stove to make myself a meal, I know who's not bringing me a meal through that door. But when my time is needed, I'm available, and I'm hurting inside for being available for people that are not available for me when I need them just to walk through the door and wrap their arms around me. I needed yesterday just a human contact. Just if someone could have just gave me a hug yesterday. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I didn't need anything else. And I felt horrible because I can get a hug. I can trust me, I can get a hug. But that person doesn't just want a hug. So I can't get a hug from there. And as God is my witness, there's only one person for me. And I don't want anyone around me trying to push me down the weak slide because I'm feeling vulnerable. Those type of people can't come in my home anymore. But I made up my mind yesterday. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna let a person come to my house. I'm gonna start having company on Sundays. I'm gonna start having company on Sundays. I'm going to. I don't want liquor and beer and all that type of stuff at my home, but I'm gonna get some beer because I do have friends that drink. So I'm gonna, and if I see one beer crack open, I'm okay with that. But two and three, I'm not having it up in here. I'm not. One thing with me, y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me. I don't fuck with drunks because I dealt with that. I used to drink, and I'm not going down there. If you are an alcoholic, you're a drug addict, you any of that, you are not partaking in my airspace. I'm not dealing with that. I got an addiction of my own, and it's a crafting addiction. Can you look around and see paper everywhere? Nah, I'm not dealing with no bad habits. And bad habits make me feel a certain type of way because I'm struggling to pay my bills. So if you come around me and you got time to be, partaking in all of this, and I'm struggling to pay my bills, then we are not like-minded people because it is what it is. I basically went to I used I used a loan to get all of the stuff that I've been taking to the yard sales, and I'm not making the money to pay it back. So I've been using my Social Security check to pay everything I can pay. Now some of the loan I'm up to January payments, some of the loan I'm up to December pay that I've already paid in January and December, and every bit of November is already paid. I've been scraping by. Now, what makes me feel good about myself is the fact that I am a good person. Now, if someone gave me $20, you best believe 10 is going to my crafting supplies and the other 10 is going to a bill. You don't ever have to wonder about me taking that money and doing something, God forbid, that you didn't want me to do with it, because it's not happening. I'm just not that person. I am so in love with paying my bills that I will pay all my car insurance that's coming up in the following month, because I like to see those apples and those nickels and dimes rolling down. But I'm in a bad way because I do. I did get a call a couple days ago from someone that I haven't seen in years, and the only thing he wants to do is help me. And do you need paper? Do you need this? So yes, guess what I did? He got me 2 packs of paper. Very thankful for that. Very thankful for that. And most of y'all from who knew me from a long time would know who this is because I spent 7 years with the person. But I am thankful. I'm thankful because you may not have noticed it, but my mood is changing because I'm doing this video. So I'm feeling a little better. But I shut down my YouTube and I felt horrible because I felt like a failure, like I said. Now I made my coffee and I used my last bit of coffee creamer, which means I can't have any more coffee. My gas tank is almost full, which means I don't have to worry about being at the graciousness of asking someone for gas money. I've contemplated already getting rid of my car to allow me to have access to the money I'm paying for car insurance. And then when I think of the fact that how hard it is for me to leave my house, if I had to walk, it would probably be even harder for me to get outside. Everybody knows what they're doing to EBT now, and I'm afraid that even if I did get my EBT next month, I'd probably be too scared to go in the store and use it, because just say someone else didn't get it, they would bust me upside my head with a stick when I got to the car to try to pack my trunk. I don't want anyone in my home as it is. My boyfriend, I don't mind, but I've been refusing every other visit I could possibly have, all down to my daughter, coming in here with company. And my daughter know how I am. I don't want people in my house. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I've been like that all my life. But now I'm realizing that I gotta stop doing that. I gotta branch out. I gotta have company. I gotta put myself in a circle of having other humans around me. I gotta learn how not to judge other people's actions and their behaviors, because that doesn't infringe on who I am as a person. It does make a lot of sense that I'm not going to want to go to a shopping store with someone if they're going if they're going stealing and that type of stuff. So I don't really say that that's judgment. It is just me choosing not to befriend this type of situation. And the reason why I'm saying it is because it actually happened and it put a stain on me. I've even started socializing with a friend of mine in this building. I thought we would be friends, and then she was so excited for me to come to her house, and I felt a little uncomfortable. Now her house is absolutely spotless, so that wasn't what I felt uncomfortable about. I was uncomfortable with how excited she was for me to come over there, and I'm like, I don't want no woman excited for me to be in her house. I'm not that friend. So whatever the excitement is, we're not cooking together, we're not watching TV together, we're not making earrings or greeting cards or bracelets together. So what is the excitement for? And then when I get down there, she's excited to show me some TV show, and then it took her a while to get it. I'm like, well, I'm about to run back upstairs, and come to find out she got two ladies doing these things on. At that point in time, I could have split her head wide open. Could have split her head wide open, because I didn't give you any reason to think that this is what I want to see on TV. But I was decent, when I said, this what you want to show me? And she said, yeah, isn't that nice? I'm like, yeah, well, okay, thank you, well, you have a nice day. And I left. After that, it was never anything else. But then I had another person, in kindness, I guess, asked me, have you ever been with a woman? And I said one thing, and the argument was done. That conversation is unacceptable by me. That was it, and it has never happened after that. So it is what it is. So I have men friends that want to sit around me and talk about certain features on my body. I find that disrespectful. I find it very disrespectful, because I am seeing a person as a human. I'm not looking at with swinging and all these other things, and I'm not undressing you with my eyes. I'm not seeing these. I'm not behaving like you're a piece of meat. Don't behave like that around me. So I had to part ways from people, and it is hard to know that I'm trying to do things the right way, and I'm getting nothing in return from doing things the right way. I sit in here and I pray every single day. And when I say I pray, I pray. I don't want to end up in a situation doing something for money that I know I need to pay a bill of some kind, and I have to lay on my back, because I don't want that kind of money. Now, I done sat here, I done cooked, I done did my jewelry, I done did everything, and I done watched my views. I have no views, so obviously I'm not bringing anything to the table that anyone wants to see, and that is okay. But at the same token, I feel like I didn't try. I feel like I'm not doing anything. I feel like I'm not productive. I feel like I'm useless. And yesterday, when I tell you how hard it was for me, it was hard for me, because all I wanted to do was just lay down and never wake back up. Yesterday, I read a comment that my boyfriend left on my phone, and he has no idea. But that one comment was all I needed, when he said, you are a strong person and I'm proud of you. It is so easy to make someone want to survive this struggle just by showing up to let them know that you see them. And I kid you not, I look so far up, and I have this person on a pedestal, and I know I shouldn't have this person on the pedestal. I know automatically I shouldn't. Trust me. But what do you do with a person when all they show you is kindness, decency, and respect? What are you supposed to, how are you supposed to see them other than high on a pedestal? Kindness is all I see. Gentle is all I feel. Respect is all I hear. I don't even think I heard a man say a curse word. Not one single curse word. Sometimes I say to myself, I could easily set myself up to make this person seem like more than what they are. But I'm not. I'm legit seeing them for what they're giving me to see. And I thank God for it, because if it wasn't for all of that, it wouldn't help me want to keep doing the right thing in here. Now, the blessing is, and I kid you not, it's the truth. The blessing is this person has the key to my door. And I know exactly what days this person's not walking through my door. The routine is down packed. The schedule is on point. So just say I wanted to go in there and shake my tail feather, I could. But using my head to know that I am my mother's kid, I could say, okay, just say Thursday, this person's never going to pop up. But then this person has a situation, and Thursday they need to pop up. And then they come in here and find me turned backwards doing whatever, whatever. So you don't know at any point in time where this person's plans may change. So I'm thankful that I'm the type of person that thinks before anything and says to myself, what if? And at any point in time, what if could happen? So this person holds me accountable for my behavior by reminding me that I make my choices. That is a gift. That is a gift that I hold with treasure. I hold with so much honor, because never once has that door opened up that anyone was in here. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I know I'm trusted. And that is a weight of treasure when a man can hold a key to your front door and go to bed at night knowing that even if he doesn't see you for 10 days, that woman is going to bed alone. That is treasure, baby. That is treasure. And that is all I live for, is to know that within myself, I'm doing the right thing. I sit in here like I want to take out my chopped meat in a little while. I haven't had meatloaf in a while, so I'm thinking I'm about to make me a meatloaf. So I said, I'm going to take out my chopped meat. Then I said, I don't feel like doing a video. Now, I made some cabbage with some corned beef, with some chopped meat. I really don't have any desire to eat. Last night's dinner was on point. I put some corn, some rotel, some sausage, some butter in the crock pot, and I let it simmer for hours. When I tell you, I got 3 pasta jars of this concoction, and it is absolutely, I ate it tonight, so it is beautiful. But I am feeling I have to deal with the rest of my life with depression without depression medicine, because I can't deal with the hot flashes. You may see my window open. I put a little string there to hold the window, so it is cold in here now. But my underarms are a little bit moist and my head is hot, but my arms have goosebumps on them, and my arms are absolutely cold. But right here is not cold. I'm still a little moist, which means I'm dealing with hot flashes. But I'm dealing with so much more than anyone could understand. Ashwagandha, black seed oil, L-theanine, sea moss, turmeric, all of those things are keeping me off the doctor's tables. But all of those things cost money that I just don't have. And I have to have it in stock before I run out, because it is a regular thing for me to take. I can't go any day without any of them, or you will see certain behaviors in my channel. One of the reasons why I don't want to cook anymore is because I'm emotional. When my food comes out so good, I feel like I never ate before. And my food come out so good. I'm getting a handle on that spices and seasonings, and like the turmeric, not the turmeric, whatever, the paprika and all that other stuff. So I don't have any desire to cook on camera anymore. I may pop up in the future and make a video. I don't know, but at this point, I am so disgusted with everything. I sat here yesterday and I did some little notebooks. I put little bumblebees or ladybugs, whatever you call those. I did these, and I listed some cards. And yesterday as I was feeling like self-harm, I got 25 organic views on eBay. If that is not a gift, nothing is. And I said to myself, okay, I'm starting to show up. I'm starting to be seen. I'm working so hard to get where I'm obviously on my way to. Why am I still feeling the way I'm feeling? But then I'm realizing that I'm suffering from depression, which I will not be able to get a handle on because I can't take the medicine. I found out from my doctor, if he gives me any other medicine, it's going to make my talkativeness too much to deal with. And I'm already dealing with that because I talk too much, and I know I talk too much, and I got to stay away from people. I got to not call people on the phone and all that other stuff to allow me not to talk too much. But now it's to the point where I'm on the phone and I'm listening, and I'm hearing people think I'm not on the phone because I'm not interrupting them. I see sometimes when I'm talking, you can see a person's face when they don't want to hear you talk anymore. I've learned to be quiet and move about. But in those situations, that's why I'm glad that I'm alone. You don't want to be in the presence of someone and you make someone feel that way. And you don't I am beyond ridiculously tired of feeling a certain way about behavior that's being done to me. And I'm a Libra, which means I don't speak about certain things. I just let it go, let it go, let it go until I explode. Well, there's no explosion coming my way. I'm just going to put the mirror facing, which means if you treat me a certain way, I'm going to have to treat you the same way until we part ways. And I don't have a problem parting ways with anyone anymore because I already know I'm alone in the world. I already know I'm going to die alone, and I already know how I'm leaving this world on my own terms. So it is what it is. But I did tell my daughter how I feel. I told my daughter I'm absolutely tired of living now. I've lived long enough. I'm 56 years old. I did everything I could possibly do to try to make it on my own. I can't. There's nobody who can hire me. I can't hold a job anywhere. God forbid my neuropathy and my feet start bothering me. Who's going to hear me say I have to put pain cream on my feet just to walk? Yesterday when the man was here, I needed pain. I'm just, rocking my foot, holding my head. I'm dazed and I'm zoning out. I'm all of that. Right now I'm having a massive hot flash. So the only reason why I'm managing now is because it is so much less than what it was before. I couldn't stop crying. I was so I'm about to say fucking hot, so I must say it because that's how I'm feeling. But my sweet man said you gotta stop cursing, and I don't curse that often. But when you're boiling, my nose is sweating, my head is sweating. When you're boiling inside and the window's open and it's cold, my neck is moist. I can't deal with the hot flashes. But it is what it is. I came to YouTube trying to find my videos and couldn't find my videos. I'm like, okay, I know I didn't close my channel. I know I didn't close my channel. So I ended up getting all my videos back. So now I'm sitting here looking. I had I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say your name. And Beverly, I believe it was you, and I totally respect the hustle and grind. I know your situation, so I want you to know I still love you and everything. I don't like seeing comments when I don't see a view. It makes absolutely no sense to comment on a video and you didn't watch the video. One of the things that I'm kind of sad about with my YouTube is the fact that I know now how to watch my metrics. I know how to go into my analytics and stuff. So I can see, say 5 comments, but the video was watched for 3 minutes. How much commenting can you actually do on a video where you didn't even watch half the video? It makes me feel like ASS. That's all it is. That's all it is. But then I went to a video, I got a comment, and I didn't have a view. So I'm like, how does a person comment and they didn't see the video? And then I went to the stats, and there was no watch minutes, nothing on the video. But I was confused. And then I saw that it was Beverly saying hi. So, I understood. I understood, but as a person trying to make their way through society in this method of madness, at that point in time, I was like confused. But I understand what the deal is, and I'm good with that. So let me have a sip of coffee. Mm. Now let me have a sip of lemonade. That's how I do in this life, boys and girls. I'm feeling a lot more a lot I'm feeling a lot more happier. A lot I feel a lot better now that I'm sitting here doing this video. When I'm sitting in this house with no TV on, no voices, no communication, day after day after day after day after day, my only outlet is YouTube. Became my friend. The comments that I got, the videos, this about my food, that became my entire life. But then when I saw that I was getting 12 views, 19 views, that is nothing compared to seeing videos with thousands of views. But I want my own, which means I'm not trying to be no one else. When I gave up YouTube, I only came to YouTube to watch two viewers. The lady who braids the hair. I watched a video today of her. She was unbraiding hair. I forgot your name. Sorry, but we rock. And then I saw Tina. Tina has a video up. So it is hard for me to watch YouTube knowing that I'm not producing on YouTube. It was emotional. It was painful. It was as if someone took out a part of my heart. When my boyfriend was over here on a regular basis and he was loving me do YouTube, it gave me so much joy. It gave me so much to look forward to. And then with time, it all started to dwindle, and I noticed it all. So I didn't say anything. I just rocked with it. I understood that. But at the same token, I was happy because he's still, he's calm, he's peaceful. When I'm still, I'm calm and I'm peaceful. I'm blessed. But I can't sit down and watch 2 3 movies back to back. I can't do it. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for me because I need to be moving. My hands need to be busy. My mind, it's the only thing that quiets the storm in my head. And I didn't know how to tell him that I can watch a movie, but when it come to 2 and 3, back to back, I don't have the capacity to sit down. I have to be sitting down at the dining table making something with my hands, and I can listen to the TV. Now, this TV I put on to put on this show, Are We There Yet? Because I need something funny to make me laugh. It helps me, with the voices. But my hands will be on this keyboard. I mean, I'm going to get into some of my groups and stuff like that, but little by little, I've been in here getting rid of stuff. So I'm going to get rid of stuff. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking of getting rid of my crafting room and making this my bedroom, which means I got a whole lot of work to do because this used to be my bedroom. But where I sleep now in the back, there's some water or something going through the pipe, and that's all I hear at night. And I don't know about anybody else, but that's nervousness to be hearing like flushing water through pipes and stuff. I've never heard that before, but this is the first year that I actually slept in that back room. I'm used to sleeping in this room or my living room. And now I'm thinking to go back to sleeping in my living room, because y'all remember my bedroom. My bed was actually in my living room, and now I got an update from Facebook that I actually legit been in that back room for a year. But that back room is the hottest room in this freaking apartment. So, and I can't sleep in the living room on that couch. And I'm kind of leaning towards, I did making some changes in here, but this room right now, I am so much cooler. The hot flash is gone. The little moistness, I get a little sticky under the arm, but this room is much cooler. So I'm thinking of finding a way to get back in here to get a little bit of rest, But I gained about 10 pounds. My stomach is getting all big, and that's one of my pet peeves within myself. But it is what it is. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I don't know. I'm sitting here watching my YouTube, and I just want to see one view. I just would like to see one view before I I click this off. Now I done refreshed the page, and I didn't see one view, so no one knows I'm here. Wait a minute. Let me see. Did anybody unfollow me? Oh Lord, I would be so sad. I would be so sad. You wouldn't believe how I almost made it. Let me see. Switch account. Oh wow. Either I'm not updated, but it says I have no subscribers. Are you seriously telling me that I'm reading this right? Now my crafting channel has 19 subscribers, and that's the account that I should have did away with. I won't be making any more videos on that channel. It's useless. But my food channel says I have 0 subscribers. Wow. I wonder if that's gonna change. But Tina will let me know tomorrow when she sees that I'm up. Now I do know Coral's awake, so I could call Coral and ask her to check to see if. But it legit says I have no subscribers. This is not gonna be good for me. It says minus 383 subscribers in the last 28 days. Okay, let me go to look at me typing without looking. Yay! Ah! I looked down one time. Ah! I am so nervous typing without looking, but I know I could do it. I know I could do it. My subscribers will be back up within 24 to 48 hours. Who does not love ChatGPT? Boys and girls. Yes, okay. Double check your channel URL. Make sure that you're on the original channel. Oh, I did all of that, boys and girls. But I'm going to say it has been wonderful with this little bit of chatting session, because I haven't been doing it in such a long time. I have a jar of soup in the refrigerator for my boyfriend. Oh my goodness. Hopefully he can get it, because it is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. I made some cabbage. Cabbage was not fresh, or something was wrong. It tasted like rubber. It didn't even like soften up, and I cooked it a while, but it is what it is. All my nails broke off. I only got one pinky nail that you can see, but my nails were so long. But it is what it is. I'm basically, they want to give me a home health aide, so I'm not sure I can do YouTube and have a home health aide. I don't believe I can. So like I said, my channel is up for right now. You will see this video in a few minutes, because I'm going to end it. I don't think anyone besides Coral will watch this video for 49 minutes. Hopefully someone else will. Anyway, thank you so much for dropping in. And like I did say, I am getting a paycheck in a few days for my book. I believe it's $1, but I earned it, and I feel good about what I earned. Thank you so much for watching my video, and remember, I love everyone who watches my channel.